The Super Bowl is, of course, this Sunday here on CBS, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture calls it the second highest day of food consumption in America. Yeah, I would definitely buy that. Here with a few options for a delicious spinach dip is Abby Davis, medical student at OSU-CHS. Good morning. OSU-CHS. So let's start with this. What does overeating, we all know that it happens on Super Bowl. You've got food everywhere. What does overeating do to our bodies when we kind of go past the point where it's telling us to stop?
Exactly. Well, I think starting with what encourages us to overeat, and I think the foods that are most popular on party days like this, like the Super Bowl, even holidays, a lot of the times they don't have a lot of fiber, kind of like more empty calories. So it takes a bit more to fill up your stomach. So you're getting more calories but less nutrients. So your body thinks it needs to eat more to feel satiated. And then after that, of course, the most obvious result would be, you know, more calories equals more weight most of the time. And then kind of like mentally, physiologically, it can kind of move your meter on your overall fullness over time. Okay. So if you eat more this day, you know, you kind of like, I don't know, bypass that usual sense of how full am I right now?
Your full meter.
Exactly, your fullness meter.
And you're bypassing that.
Exactly. So you might lose that intuition of knowing this is a good time to stop, rather than keep going and just kind of mindlessly snacking. Some of
the overeating, I guess I'd call them tips, although I don't love that word, ways to avoid overeating. I think we have some answers in here. Calorie rich but nutrient poor seems to be a bad combination.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, so nutrient poor. What we don't want, we want nutrient rich. And look at this, I'm seeing a lot of colors. This seems to be very nutritious. What do we have here?
I would like to think so. So I thought it would be good to start with just a basic recipe that I think a lot of us love. Spinach artichoke dip is one of my favorites to just, you know, keep on dipping when it comes to a big dip spread at a party. And so I think having one recipe with different variations depending on different dietary restrictions or food allergies that might be in attendance at your party.
Yeah, so what's this one? Let's start here. This is tofu, and why would we use tofu, for example?
Of course. So maybe someone is coming to your home, or you yourself are plant-based, follow a vegan diet. Tofu would be, I think, the easiest, most cost-effective option to kind of create that smooth cream cheese, sour cream type texture as a dip base. And so really you just find smooth, I mean not firm tofu, and blend it until it's really creamy, and then it's almost, you know, very much replicated to your traditional.
I'm going to try the tofu one. As you explained to me, so tofu is soy-based, so that brings us to this middle one, right?
Sure, and so maybe someone is plant-based but also has a soy allergy, which is not terribly uncommon, thank you. And so if someone has a soy allergy, you can keep the exact same recipe, the spinach, artichoke, lemon, shallot, garlic, anything else you might want to add, but instead of the soy protein, we're soaking cashews for 10 minutes, draining them, and then blending them until they're creamy.
So no soy in that one, that's very important. And so then we're having one that kind of looks more like a guacamole, which I mean, everybody loves guacamole, right? So what does this one offer us that the other ones don't?
Sure, so this one's kind of a double whammy. If someone has a soy allergy, a nut allergy, you're like, oh my goodness, what can I provide when it comes to snacks? You can have a spinach artichoke dip, same ingredients like we said with the soy-free one with the cashews, except this time we're just mashing up avocados until they're very creamy and mixing in all the other ingredients.
Okay, well, the tofu-based one is phenomenal, and I've got to say, you know, unless someone is a super connoisseur, it kind of takes on that cream cheese texture, and it is hard to tell a difference. Do you find with eating healthy that is part of it, of maybe like imitating things that we like, or at least getting close so the recipe's not like way off?
Oh, definitely, because you know, you can't just restock your pantry from the ground up. That would be very expensive and not incredibly helpful. And then also, if you have 20, 30, 40 years of eating a certain way, that's a lot to change your brain and even culturally these new things to incorporate into your diet. So I think if you can swap just one thing, the blended tofu for the cream cheese, for example, keep everything else the same, you have a very similar tasting food that even looks the same as your eyes and brain and heart are used against you, but maybe it's a bit of a healthier option.
Well, Abby Davis, good luck. You have 3 months left in med school, right?
Yes. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I graduate in May.
Congratulations.
I know, it's this year.
And we have 3 recipes, of course. So instead of putting 3 recipes on the screen and giving you like the Constitution, we're going to put those on newson6.com/recipes, all 3 different recipes. We appreciate your time, Abby, and congratulations. We'll see you in May.